Welcome to this video on effective C# class and method naming. Choosing clear and descriptive names for your classes and methods can greatly improve the readability and maintainability of your code. In this video, we will discuss two key guidelines for naming classes and methods in C#, as well as some best practices to avoid common pitfalls. Let's get started. There are two guidelines that can be helpful when choosing good names for classes and methods in C#. A class name should be a noun or noun phrase that describes the concept or object that the class represents. A method name should be a verb or verb phrase that describes the action that the method performs. It is generally a good idea to avoid using prefixes or suffixes such as service, manager, processor, data, or info in class names, as these are often overused and do not provide enough information about the purpose of the class. It is generally better to choose a clear, descriptive name that accurately represents the concept or object that the class represents. Just look at the bad example. First, the class name customer.info is not a good choice because it includes the suffix info, which does not provide any useful information about the purpose or function of the class. Second, the method customer name is also not a good choice because it does not follow the guidelines for naming methods. It is a good practice to choose method names that are verbs or verb phrases that clearly describe the action that the method performs. In this case, the method name does not include a verb or verb phrase, which makes it difficult to understand the purpose and function of the method. Now let's get to the takeaways. Here's what you should remember from the last module and apply in practice to write better code. Class names should be nouns or noun phrases that describe the concept or object represented by the class. Method names should be verbs or verb phrases that describe the action performed by the method. Avoid using prefixes or suffixes like service, manager, processor, data, or info in class names, as they often don't provide enough information about the purpose of the class. Instead, choose a clear, descriptive name that accurately represents the concept or object represented by the class.